Hi, this is Kiki. I'm a recruiter, and I built an agent to analyze scorecards from interview team members who had been using the STAR method: situation, task, action, result. And I was curious to see if this was a tool that maybe candidates could use when they're preparing for an interview and the team member is using the STAR method. So I've put in a job description asking, can you prep a candidate to do a STAR review for this role? And I pasted the job in, and it's a sales engineer. And it's at that company you've probably heard a lot about lately. But let's just see what it says. So now, again, this is an assistant that is supposed to analyze the feedback or scorecards from an interview. But what will happen here is, since it wasn't a real interview, the situation was not provided. The task is still listed, and this is what the interviewer was tasked with trying to look at, and some actions and some expectations. But of course, it wasn't a real interview, and so on. So you see some examples. Things weren't really provided because the scorecard isn't real, right? So then I went in and put in the question, what else can you suggest to a candidate trying to ace the interview that's using the STAR method? And let's see what we come up with. I know a lot of people are interviewing for jobs right now, and the STAR method is a tool that a lot of companies are using. So, how do you prepare for the job interview? So, to ace the interview, be specific. And it really does talk about the task, how to tie your contribution, being the hero of your story, using metrics. So there are definitely some tips in here for those of you who are interested. If you have more questions about preparing for an interview, let me know.